Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I felt like I haven't done this video for quite a while in English, and for today's video I'm going to be using a few new products. They are not exactly the new products newly launched on the market. It's just that I had them for actually quite a while and I just haven't really got the chance to use them yet. And if you're noticing something different about today's video, yes, you're right, I had actually just upgraded my camera. I just changed my camera to a Canon PowerShot G7 Mark III, so I hope that the quality and the lighting is slightly much better than my previous videos. Okay, so without further ado, I think I'm just going to get started straight on the makeup, and I'm just going to pin up my fringe. They're actually growing longer and longer already, so based on the previous video it was actually quite short, but now I think it's starting to grow out. Okay, so I do have quite a few new products here today, some new eyeshadows, and I do have a few products that are actually from Korean brands or Japanese brands. So if you're interested in Korean or Japanese brand, do stay tuned. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to use a primer to prime my face, and here I'm using the Bobbi Brown face primer with SPF 50. Today's makeup look, I'm actually kind of hoping to achieve a look with some autumn feel or autumn vibes, and based on the products that we are using today, I'm actually kind of really hoping that I can achieve that kind of look. Okay, so this is the face primer and sunscreen done. I've been using and loving this Bobbi Brown face primer recently. Okay, so now that we are done with the primer, I'm going to correct the eye circles and also some of my acne marks and scars. So for that, I'm going to be still using my Innisfree My Concealer. So I usually use it to just place it under my eyes and also some of the dark spots and scars that I have. So it's been about almost a month since I had my dental surgery, and I do appreciate and thank you everyone for asking how am I feeling right now. The pain is no longer there, and also my face, the swelling has already gone down. Any side effects? So far I think the only side effects would be my speed of eating has decreased by at least 50%. I used to be a very slow eater, but now I think I'm kind of like extremely slow eater. Yeah, because it's really difficult to eat properly and chew your food properly when you have a few teeth missing. I'm still trying to get used to it. Yeah, especially when I have tooth not just missing from my left side but also on my right side as well. Both are on the upper jaw back area, and that is the part where we actually use it to chew our food properly before we digest it in. And right now whenever I eat, I use most of my front tooth to chew the food, and sometimes it can be actually quite tiring. I don't know how to describe the feeling to you guys, but if you have removed your tooth before, or if you have done any kind of dental surgery before, I think you guys would probably know how it feels. I'm not particularly avoiding any kind of food for now, compared to previously when I first had my surgery done. I was on a liquid diet for about almost 2 weeks. So yeah, I started from liquid diet and then I slowly changed to soft food diet, so that it's easier for me to consume into my body easily without much chewing done. Then I just slowly get back on track with my diet. Fish, chicken, yeah, all these I'm still able to eat for now. So I would say overall, I guess I'm kind of like back on track. So yeah, I can eat almost any kind of food. Okay, so next, moving into the foundation, I'm going to be using my very trustworthy foundation from Etude House. This is their double lasting foundation, and I always get mine in the shade number 3. If I'm not wrong, it should be called Neutral Vanilla. Yeah, so this is my all-time favorite Korean foundation, because personally it's actually suit my skin a lot, and it really does last for a very long period of time. Recently it's also because due to wearing mask, so the amount that I use has also I try to cut by half. Yeah, so I just go on little bit by bit, something about this amount. And then I'm just going to use a very flat foundation brush. This is from Innisfree. Recently I've been loving this brush because I feel that it actually helps to evenly and thin out your foundation on your face. So if you feel that your foundation is kind of like very thick, it's very difficult to apply and blend out on the face, I highly recommend and strongly suggest that you get a foundation brush like this, so that when you apply onto your face, you can evenly thin out the foundation. So I'm just going to go in like this with a nice thin layer. So starting from my cheeks, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but you can see that it actually helps to thinly spread out the foundation on my face. Okay, so next I'm just going to use a regular beauty sponge to blend out the foundation. So another question I do get asked about my surgery is, do I make any changes regarding to my oral care products and things like that. Before I had my dental surgery, I was using those kind of electronic toothbrush. But after my surgery, I realized that those kind of toothbrush were actually very strong for me in terms of the vibration. Yeah, it somehow seems to make my enamel and my gums a little bit more sensitive, especially when I on the thing and I brush it. I can feel that the vibrations from the toothbrush is actually kind of like hurting my gums. So yeah, that was the only thing that kind of like bother me a lot. I actually went around asking friends like, what kind of toothbrush or toothpaste will you guys recommend for someone who had sensitive teeth and also who had their dental surgery done. Yeah, so I do get quite a few recommendations. One of my friends was actually suggesting to me that I should use those kind of toothbrush that has really fine and very soft bristle, so that when you brush your teeth it doesn't hurt your gums and your enamel. So in the end I went to get a new toothbrush. Yeah, so currently I'm not using my electronic toothbrush anymore. And as for toothpaste, some of my friends were actually suggesting to me that I should use something that is more for sensitive tooth and also something that has like an overall protection. Currently I'm using the Oral-B toothpaste, but that one, gosh, I don't know how to describe the taste. First of all, it doesn't really have any kind of minty feel, and second of all, the taste is exactly like the kind of soft drink that I had when I was a kid, and I personally don't really quite like it. I prefer something a little bit more refreshing and more minty. I intend to change my toothpaste brand again after finishing this one. Yeah, so that's about it with regards to my dental surgery and my after surgery oral care kind of thing. Next, I'm going to go in with a concealer, and for that I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Concealer, and this is in the shade 305 Ivory. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this to kind of brighten up the eye area around here, something like this. Yeah, so this is how I do my concealing nowadays. I'm just going to use the tip of this sponge to just blend it out. So next I'm going to go in with another concealer, more specifically for the dark eye circles that I have. So for that, I'm going to be using this Shiseido Perfecting Stick Concealer, and this is in the shade 11 Light Clear. Currently for base products, I don't really have any new ones, so actually I'm just still using a lot of my old products that I have, and I'm just going to tap a little bit and blend out on the under eye area, on the area where you really want to conceal. I do get asked often, how do you actually conceal the eye circles properly? I feel that one of the ways, or one of the better ways that work for me personally, is I would place the concealer at the edge of the eye circles. Yeah, so for example, like my case, my edge of the dark circle is here, so I'm just going to place this concealer on the area. Do note that you have to go in bit by bit. Okay, so I'm just going to use the brush to lightly blend it out. While blending, you can also like use the brush to tap the concealer in. So another question I do get asked, kind of with regards to my dental surgery, have I been taking any kind of calcium or any kind of supplements to strengthen my teeth? I have to say sadly no. I have not been taking any supplement for that particular area. However, I have been taking supplements recently. I just kind of get started, mainly for my skin and also for my own body. And actually this is something that I wanted to touch on with you guys today, because I do get some questions and inquiries about supplements. The supplements that I've just started taking recently is actually, one of them is peptide collagen. So collagen is actually known not just good for our skin but also for our bodies, our joints. It gives hydration to your skin as well and also helps to firm your skin. And the second supplement that I've just kind of started to take is actually probiotics, because for me I have quite poor digestive system, so I do feel that I need something besides fruits and water to help me to digest properly. Another one is actually more like it's also considered a beauty supplement, so that one is actually more like for providing hydration to your skin. If I'm not wrong, the brand should be called Orbis. Yes, so it's actually a Japanese brand. Yeah, so these are the current 3 supplements that I've just recently started to take. Orbis is not so much. I have just finished 1 box of the powder supplements. So the collagen and the probiotics is actually more like a recent one. Yeah, so this is something that I kind of do want to touch on today, because I do get some questions asked regarding the supplements that I'm currently taking right now. Okay, so now my whole base makeup is completed. I'm not going to set my face with any loose powder yet. So for now, I'm just going to move on to the eye area. But first, I'm just going to prep my eyes with eye primer, and this is from Urban Decay. This eye makeup, I do have 2 palettes over here, and they are actually from Fenty Beauty in number 1 and number 5. Yeah, I actually had them for quite a while. It's just that I haven't really got a chance to use them. Okay, so this is the packaging. Yeah, I'm sure all of you should be very familiar with Fenty Beauty. Very earthy kind of a brown shade palette with some matte and shimmer texture. Okay, so this is number 1. Okay, so this is in the shade number 5. It's actually kind of like a very orangey, peachy kind of a color palette. Yeah, so this is both the palette from Fenty Beauty. Okay, now that I'm looking at these 2 palettes, I'm actually kind of lost of which one to choose. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to try my best to use both palettes together. First of all, I'm going to get my fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start with the number 5 palette, and I'm just going to go in with this shade and apply all over as a base for my eye makeup. Oh yeah, I was on the topic of supplements. Peptide collagen and probiotics is the 2 supplements that I've just kind of started to take recently. And previously I did kind of like post and share a photo and video of me taking the peptide collagen supplements. And I do get questions asked. Some people are very curious about what am I taking, and second of all is this really effective? To be honest, previously I'm not really a kind of a supplement kind of person. It's not that I don't believe in supplements, but I just feel that for me I probably don't need it. But now that I'm starting to take, I feel that this is just my personal view and opinion on supplements. I feel that whether it's supplement or any kind of particular skincare or any kind of product they are using, you do need to give it time to work. I feel that somehow some people do kind of get the misconception about supplements. They feel that supplements are kind of like miracle workers, or they heal any kind of sickness or any kind of pain that you have. I personally feel that that's not really quite true. For me, my view on supplements is actually very simple. It's something that helps to enhance or boost our body system, our immune system. Definitely does not help to heal any pain or any discomfort immediately. Yeah, because some people, they do feel that, oh, you are taking this, so is this effective? You should see the results within like 2-3 days. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You do need to give it time to work into your body, and at the same time you also give your body some time to get used to it and adjust to the supplements that you are taking. No matter what kind of supplements you are taking, whether it's collagen or some other protein kind of thing, if your body is not able to fully absorb the nutrients of this supplement, then I feel that it's kind of like a wasting your time. Yeah, I hope that whatever I said, it does make a little bit of sense. I'm not particularly talking about any brand, any company, or any particular kind of products. I'm referring to supplements in general and overall. Supplements is not a miracle healer. It doesn't heal all your problems or your issues in your body immediately, because a lot of people just seems to feel that, you know, oh, I've been taking this for 1 week, why haven't I seen any results? I feel that sometimes it also depends and varies on your own body system. Everybody's body system is definitely different, so it might work for some people, or it might work faster for some people, but at the same time it might not work on you, or might work slower for you, so which means that you might need to take the supplements for a slightly longer period of time. It's just the same thing like medication. For example, when you are sick, you have a flu, you have a cough, you have fever, you go to the doctor, you get the medication, you take it, but your flu and fever doesn't go away immediately, right? You do need to still rest your body, adjust your diet, you know, give it some time for the medication to work, and then you will have a full recovery. Don't expect immediate results, especially if you have been just taking it for a very short period of time. Yeah, so right now I'm just using the first shade over here to apply the under eye area. This is actually a very nice peachy and orangey shade. Okay, so this is the first base color done. Okay, next I think I'm going to go into the number 1 palette over here, and I'm just going to use this brown shade over here. With regards to the peptide collagen that I've been taking recently, another question I do get asked is that, is collagen only meant for ladies, and do men need to take collagen? My answer is yes, men do need to take collagen as well, or rather I would say that it's a supplement that is suitable for both men and ladies. As I mentioned before, collagen is not just good for our skin, but it's also good for some of our joint areas. So I feel that it's not just fair to limit collagen to as a supplement for just ladies, but I feel that men can take it as well. The color are actually very pretty, and it's actually very easy to blend out. Yeah, so this is the second color done. Yeah, so recently I kind of changed my eye makeup techniques a little bit. So I used to blend a even more darker shade at the outer edge, but now I usually just stop at the second color. Next I will actually go on to my eyeliner first. Next for eyeliner, I'll be using this brown color shade from Kiss Me. So I think for today I want to do a little bit of a more outer flick kind of look. Yeah, so I'm just going to mark out something like this, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest. So I'm not going to draw my eyeliner all the way in, so I usually just draw about half of my eyes and the other side. So my eyeliner is now done, and next I'm just going to use a very small tiny brush, and I'm just going to go for the number 1 palette over here, and I'm just going to go for this deep brown matte shade, and I'm just going to apply it on top of my eyeliner. So this is something that I like to do with my eye makeup nowadays, to give my eyeliner a slightly more softer kind of a look. I don't know if you guys can tell, probably not. I placed the dark brown shade on top of the eyeliner, and then I'm just blending the color upwards, and at the same time make sure there are no harsh lines of the eyeshadow. Oh, and regarding the supplements, another one that I've just kind of started to take a little bit is actually protein powder. That was also the supplements that actually helps me to tide over my dental surgery days where I was feeling really awful. Like I mentioned previously, I was on a liquid diet for about 2 weeks before I start on a soft food diet. So during that time I couldn't really drink anything that's too hot. I have to constantly take cold drinks. So in the end I decided to kind of start making the fruit smoothie. So I will get bananas or avocados and to blend them together with yogurt and milk, and into that I actually added some protein powder to kind of give myself some energy, and also at the same time to help myself to speed up the recovery process. However, I don't really take protein powder every single day. I only take it when probably I feel very tired or lethargic. Then I probably take it together with some of my beverage. Yeah, so I kind of stopped for a while now. Yeah, so currently right now I'm actually taking the peptide collagen supplements and also my probiotics. So that's the eye makeup done for the upper eye area, and also at the same time I'm also using the same brush and go for the same dark brown shade to go underneath my under eye area. So the whole eye makeup is now completed, and for today I think I'm going to be using some false lashes. So I'm going to bond my false lashes and also quickly do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now my whole eye makeup and eyebrows are now completed, and also I have put on some false lashes. So now I'm just going to quickly set my entire face, and for that I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetic loose powder. This is by far one of my most favorite loose powder I've ever used. It really does help to mattify my pores. It gives a very soft and very smooth finishing. So with that, I'm going to be using this powder brush. This is from Perfect Diary. You can see that how it instantly helps to mattify my entire face. So the dewiness and the shine from the liquid foundation is actually more or less gone. And at the same time, my pores are actually much more smoother and more refined. So yeah, I've been loving this loose powder recently. I've been using it almost every time I do my makeup. Next, for contour, I'm just going to use the Cotton Contour from Misha. So I'm just going to use this fluffy brush. This is from 6 Plus. This is their F36 contour brush. I can't believe I already hit pan with this contour. I feel that this shade is actually very natural. It's not too harsh looking, and at the same time the powder, the texture is actually very smooth. So personally I do really like it a lot. So I'm just going to lightly contour here. Yeah, you can see that the shade is very natural, so it doesn't give you a very harsh edge and shade. And you can definitely build this up little bit by bit, and also on the jaw area. And I'm going to be using the same shade to contour my nose as well. Okay, next for highlight, I have some exciting products over here. So the first one is from ZZ, and this is their collection together with the British Museum. Okay, so this is how the packaging looks like, in a very small square plastic casing, and also on top it has a very lovely picture of a Cupid's angel. So I have a total of 2 different shades. I have S01 and S02. Okay, before I continue, I have to apologize for the coming poor quality and sound quality for the next few later part of this video, because my Canon camera has just ran out of battery and the memory card is full. So right now I'm using by my own Nikon A900 to film the later part of this. Okay, so back to our makeup. So first of all, I'm going to do like a simple color swatch for you guys. So this is the shade S01, quite icy white kind of a highlight shade. And actually if you look carefully and closely, there's like a little Cupid's angel embossed into the powder itself. Oh. Okay, so overall the powder does feels quite smooth. Ooh. Okay, so this is the S01 shade. It does look pretty shimmery and glowy. However, the glitter bits are actually quite obvious. So I'm not sure whether does this saturate the pores on the face even more. Next, for the S02 beige champagne color kind of a highlighter. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the S02 shade. Yeah, so these are the ZC highlighters. Next, I have another highlight palette, and this is from Essence. I believe this is their new highlighter palette. Yeah, so it's totally brand new. I haven't opened it yet. So right now, let me just open and swatch the color for you guys. Okay, so this is how the inside of the Essence palette looks like. I do appreciate the fact that they still do like a mirror over here. Despite that this is in like a cardboard kind of a packaging, they have 3 different shades of highlight over here. This is slightly something more bronzy kind of a color, and the other one is more like a pinkish shade, and the central one is actually more like a natural champagne color. The texture of the powder feels very smooth. So far it doesn't feel cakiness or it doesn't feel rough or patchy. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but this is how the Essence highlight palette looks like. I think the most shimmery and glowy one is actually the center one. So right now I have to decide which palette do I want to use. For today's makeup look, I think I'll probably go for the Essence one. I'm just going to use the shade in the center, which is called Major Glow. Okay, here goes. Wow, do you guys saw that? Very dewy kind of a highlight. Or is it probably I apply too much? Okay, maybe let me try doing the other side, but maybe not so much. Wow, okay, it's still looking very shimmery, very dewy, even though with this little bit of amount. Wow, okay, I'm pretty amazed right now because I can't believe that you can get this kind of quality for a drugstore brand, from a drugstore brand. Okay, so the highlight is now done. Next, for blusher, I have 2 products over here. The first one is from a Korean brand, ENG Lips, and this is their Cheek Fit blusher, and I got this in this shade 06 Fit Cheek Fit. Yeah, I hope I pronounced this correctly. Very simple and very normal kind of a packaging, but the shade looks very gorgeous and very lovely. The texture is very smooth as well. This is how the blusher shade looks like. It looks very dark and dull in the container, but once you swatch it on your skin, it's actually quite natural looking. And the next one that I have is from Can Glow Fleur Cheeks in the shade number 10. So this is how the blusher from Can looks like. It can actually depends on how you use it. You can swirl everything together, or you can use a certain shade little bit by bit. It's totally up to you how you want to use it. Okay, I'm just going to throw everything together. Wow, okay, this is how the Can blusher looks like. For today, I think I am going to go for, I think I will go for the one from Can. Swirl everything together like this. Okay, somehow it seems to be blending together with the highlight, which is kind of my bad. I should have done the blusher first before the highlight. Yeah, very nice color, very natural looking as well. Okay, last but not least is the lip colors. So for lip colors, I do have a couple of products over here. So the first one that I have is from a Korean brand as well, from Mimi, and this is their lip tint. And I got this in the shade 003 Mystery Peach and 004 Mystery Fig. Yeah, I actually got this during my 10/10 haul from last month. Yeah, so if you guys haven't watched that in Mandarin, please go ahead and watch that. And I also have another Korean brand from Romance, and this is their Glassing Water Tint. and this is in the shade 03 Corporate River. And the last one is also from another Korean brand. Yeah, personally I do love Korean brands a lot. So this is from Lilybyred, and this is their lipstick in 05. I presume this is something like a matte texture kind of a lipstick. Let me swatch all the colors for you guys. Okay, so starting with Lilybyred, this is how the packaging looks like. Okay, so this is how the lipstick color looks like. It's looking a little bit brighter on the screen, but from the actual packaging itself, it's actually kind of quite slightly darker. Ooh, okay, so this is how the color looks like. Earthy, orangey kind of a color. The texture is matte texture, but it doesn't feel very dry or difficult when I'm swatching it or blending out. It still glides on quite smoothly. Next, I'm going to swatch the Roman Lasting Water Tint. Okay, so this is how the Roman color looks like. Definitely much more sheer than the Lilybyred lipstick, because this is actually a water tint. I believe you can actually build up the color of this. So once the first layer dried up, you can actually go on a second layer like this, so that the color is actually much more intense and more pigmented. Next is the lipstick from Mimi. So this is how the packaging looks like. Okay, so it comes in like a sponge applicator, which is quite small. Okay, the color is actually quite sheer and thin as well. So this is how the shade looks like. Let me see whether I can build this up. Okay, once you build up the color, this is how it looks like. This is in the shade 003 Mystery Peach, and the last one is in the shade 004 called Mystery Fig. Okay, so this is one thin layer, how it looks like. Okay, so right now I have to choose which lip color I'm going to use. And based on today's makeup look, okay, I think I will try the Lilybyred lipstick, the one in the matte texture. Okay, so the lipstick is now done as well, and the whole makeup is now completed. I'm just going to quickly fix my hair and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm finally back, and this is how the whole makeup looks like. It's completed, and so far I've been loving all the products that I've used today. So now let's just back up a little bit. And first of all is the eyeshadow palette from Fenty Beauty. I feel that the colors are not just pretty and nice, but the texture of the powder is very smooth. Yeah, so far I really do love these two palettes. And next is the blusher, which is from Chemic. So far I really do quite like this color, although I went in a little bit heavy-handed in the beginning. But actually once you know how to handle it and blend out nicely, it gives all a very soft kind of a finishing. You can definitely add on a second layer and build up the colors with this. And you can also use it in different methods, so you can go in and throw everything together like what I did, or you can use an even more smaller brush and add on the darker shades to any areas that you want to be more intense and more pigmented. Yeah, so far I actually quite like this number 10 shade. So next for highlight, so the highlight is actually from the Essence new Choose Your Glow highlighter palette, and the one I use is the one in center, Major Glow. So this is how dewy and glowy the highlighter is. The texture is also very smooth, very blendable. But personally, I feel that if you don't like something that is so dewy and glowy, you might want to be slightly a little bit more careful with this palette. And next we have all the lip products. So for the one that I'm wearing is the one from Lilybyred. So far it's actually looking quite okay on my lips. It's not making my lip lines too obvious. Yeah, so far it doesn't feel sticky either, and it's actually quite feeling quite comfortable on my lips. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm so sorry for the interruption in between where I had to change the camera, thus affecting the video and sound quality. My most sincere apologies. I'm still trying to get used to my new Canon camera, so I hope you guys can just give me a little bit more time. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And if you want to know more of my daily life updates, you can follow me on my Instagram account over here. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.